Yes.
Welcome to Cougar Talk. We have Nyla, the fabulous Nyla, and then the real Ashton Brooks, Katie Ray.
Katie Ray, aka
y'all can hear me, right?
I can hear you.
Okay, because during the opening, I panicked and started hitting like some buttons. like I was a rookie or something. Like I had never done this, and I thought maybe I had like muted or turned them off my.
Oh no, you're here. You're here. So
Yay!
exciting.
I know you told me it was gonna be Nyla, and I was like, let me just yes.
Let me hop on.
Get over Ashton. Ashton, what's something to do?
Is it weird that like I'm not surprised every time you sub in for somebody else? You're always just like you could be interchangeably like any one of your friends. You're just like, I'm here now. Like that's it. We all just accept it.
Yeah.
He's the real everyone.
Well,
yeah, exactly.
What else am I doing on Friday night? Nothing.
That's the most fun thing to do right now.
Friday
I was gonna
night.
say hanging out with my friends is the best. So
No, I'm like fully prepared for tonight. Okay, I have
What
all
on
my
earth?
cookies. They're my favorite.
Those are good. I won't lie. Those are delicious.
I have not bought a box of those yet this year.
How have you not? I've already gone through. I've gotten the cakes. I've gotten the chocolate cakes. I've gotten the nutter.
My mother-in-law baked and candied and did everything you could possibly think of, and then packed it in this big, huge box, and then like overnighted it.
Wow.
And so I have more sweets in this house than like we'll ever eat.
I'm jealous.
So every time I like go to the store and I even see something sweet, I'm like, wow, I'm pretty sure I have a version of that at home.
The Christmas tree cakes are sublime. Like those things are delicious. I love those.
They are top tier.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am all about it. I don't think I can have enough sweets.
No,
I can't.
You can never have enough sweets.
My oldest daughter is like, no, she's fine without the sweets. If you offer her like a little bag of Cheetos or a little like Christmas cake, she'd take a bag of Cheetos and be like, bye.
So good.
Yeah.
I mean, that is fair.
That's true. They are good. They're freaking delicious.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Any snack. We'll take any snack.
Yeah. She's so
So, speaking of delicious, let's talk about Nyla.
Speaking of delicious things.
Yes. Okay, look. First of all, I think you're like one of the coolest people ever.
Yeah.
Other than Katie, of course.
Oh, you're kidding. You're gonna make me
I'm
blush.
not even in the same league.
But I mean, seriously, your branding, everything is like epic as hell. Like,
yeah. I feel like I'm just like I personally feel like I'm just the most like uncoordinated, awkward, like weirdo in the history of like weird people. So I'm just like always surprised when people are like, oh my goodness, like, you know, I love what you do. I'm always just like, ew, really? You love what I do? I'm such a weirdo. It's surprising.
How could anyone not love this? Okay.
I did not see that before, and now I want it on my wall.
Mm-hmm. We have fun. I've been doing because I've been I started my Patreon probably like almost I think 2 years ago at this point. So it's been a while, but I've like upped the game as far as like having the artworks commissioned. So I really went like balls to the wall with artwork this year. There's like so many of them. It's crazy.
This one is
I love that one.
Amazing.
It's one of my faves.
I mean, okay, I don't know why, but I love the candle. Anybody else is blown away with that? The way the candle is kind of unfocused. Like,
yeah, like it's like in a different view.
Like seriously, I'm so fascinated by this.
The fact that they're on church pews.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, church sexy times.
But the light coming in, and even the little speckle, like this artwork blows my mind.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites. They did such a good job with this one.
This is oh my gosh. And then of course, yes, all of this is you know, but
hot dudes,
It's
church
so
pews,
sexy.
candles,
Yeah.
you can't go wrong.
I mean, my eyes immediately was like, how in the hell did they get the candle to be kind of like unfocused?
I'm
And
mesmerized.
the little rays of sunshine coming through the stained glass, and even the little speckles.
Mhm. I'm telling you, this girl is really good. Her name is, she's it's in the post, but it's like her name is I think her name's Amara or Amasha or something like that. But she's like Amara Arts or something, or Ama Arts. But yeah, it's on there. But she's like so good. Everything she does is like gorgeous. I love like all the detail she puts into it.
The detail, even the light hitting the cross.
Yeah, right? It's like it's a whole sunshine vibe.
Yes. And I'm like, this photo is not only steamy, but it's happy. Like,
Yeah.
I just love the sun shining on them. As, I'm obsessed. I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
that's freaking
it came out good. Thank you.
Tell us about this book.
Yeah, so that's actually my most recent release. It's called Trouble. It's from, so like I have my books Push and like Pull, the one that came after it, and that's like the one that I released like a million years ago, about the girlfriend's parents and like them getting with, or no, the daughter's parents getting with the ex boyfriend or whatever it is. So it's like very steamy and forbidden. And so there's a character in that book named Tate, and he gets his own story. Like he gets a spin-off story that is Trouble. And so it's like that guy. Yeah, exactly. So that's Tate. He's a troublemaker. He's like a rich, wealthy, like, bachelor, doesn't do feelings, like that kind of thing. And then Lance is the guy that he gets with, and he's a pastor, and he's married. So it's like quite scandalous. But they used to be friends in college, and they had this like one interesting interaction and then didn't speak for 15 years, and then they run into each other in a very interesting situation. They run into each other in a
That's amazing. I love it so much.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's a good one. So that's like, I think that's actually my first time ever doing anything that's like second chancey, which is kind of cool because I've never really done like a second chance type thing. I'm gonna get headphones just in case, because I was getting a little bit of a delay for a second there. So just in case I need the headphones, I'm gonna put them over here. But yeah, so that was my first time doing like a second chancey type thing, which was so fun. Like, I don't know, I really like that like vibe of like, they like used to know each other, or maybe they didn't even necessarily like used to date, but they used to like be close friends or something like that. And then something happened, and then they're out of each other's lives for a while, and then all of a sudden they like meet up, and it's like very tense. Like, I love that vibe.
I feel like that's a trope that I didn't like until I started writing. And then as you write, like I didn't think because I used to be like the hell no second chance, no, none of that. Like,
I know, I was the same way. I would be like, oh, I don't know if I'm into that. But then all of a sudden you start writing it and you're like, oh, okay, I see this.
I like to read about the meet cute or the meet. I like to know like how it all started and how, and I feel like if they already knew each other. But as a writer, I feel like if you give it enough, as you weave it together and you give it enough backstory, it really develops in a really unique way compared to other tropes. So I've enjoyed it. I've done a few myself that I was like, I'll just see. And next thing you know, I'm like,
yeah, because it's like, I do the forbidden, like, forbidden is kind of in like most of my books on some level. Like, some are more taboo than others, so it's like you're like, yeah, it's gonna be forbidden or taboo, but then like what else is it gonna be? Like, it has to have more than just that. Like, that's not gonna sustain the whole story. So like, this one being like second chancey and kind of like a friends to lovers, like a former friends to lovers thing, like that was really fun to do because I don't have really any of those. So it was like my first time doing that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like friends to lovers, step sibling, all falls in that category of, and like I said, those are things I've written, things I never thought
Yeah.
But I didn't look at them as a second chance, like at first. But then it really kind of is. It's like,
Yeah, that's
there's
true.
a lot of character growth in that trope.
Well, I love all of it.
You're like, I'm down for everything.
Yeah, I will. I talked about this last time. I don't really have anything that turns me off. I'm very easily turned off. And I really don't have any triggers either. It's pretty much everything is game, except I do have when it comes to animals.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I know. I can't do it.
You, Old Yeller, ruined me. Like, I mean, I can get through it.
Oh, I thought you meant something else with animals. I was like, yeah, I'm with you on that. Screw that.
Oh no, I mean,
shifters is one thing, but animals is a whole.
Like actual animals that aren't half human.
Katie, we don't give shame, okay? If someone's into bestiality, okay?
No. We're not shaming, but we kind of are. Yes, I will.
When an animal dies or is abused, it
very sad.
kills me in a book. Or like if it's like one of those psychological thrillers where sometimes somebody might kill somebody's pet to get to them or freak them out. Like,
yeah,
like no redeeming qualities. You're done.
Like you are so done at that point. I will not like you.
I can't forgive like on animals. That's
okay. So do you remember when we were in Denver and we were doing that whole storytelling past the story, and who was it, you or Julianne, that brought up the dog?
Yeah, the dog died.
And they got to me in the story and I brought it back to life. I was like, screw that. And I'm sure Julianne was like, that's not how it went. And I was like, yeah, it did. Dog came back. You cannot kill pets.
I'm just such a
hard line.
Yeah,
I know, it's sad. It's like it's one of those things where it's like too much. I don't know why. Like, in scary movies or like in whatever movies, like, kill a bunch of people, whatever. But like if you feel like one horse dies or something, I'm like devastated. I'm like, oh my God. Like not the horse, like it's terrible.
When the girl's running and I'm like, look, that bitch fell too many times. She deserves to die. But like when the cat gets gone, I'm just like,
no.
He is a monster.
Well, I'm afraid of cats.
Then Katie. Yeah, Katie probably hopes the cat.
But I never wish them ill. Like I don't wish a cat death. I don't mind cats if they stay away from me. I'm not mad at cats. I'm just scared of cats.
So have you ever seen the musical Cats?
Huh?
Have you ever seen the musical Cats?
No.
Do you think?
Yeah. Actually, I went to that live.
Yeah. So how
they were like dressed as cats.
They were like obviously.
I was like in the balcony, like. And there weren't real cats out there like doing the thing. But I will say, I went to that pet show at Universal where they have like all the pet actors do a show. And when the cat came out, I got nervous. I was like, that thing could go rogue. How well trained is it? I really thought about it hard.
That's so funny. Cats. I love cats. I'm a cat person. I have a cat. She just caught a mouse today. She was like her first time catching a mouse. She's very excited about it.
Oh, hey, Lori.
Well, and I'm so glad that your cat's amazing.
Lori just popped in and said hi. That was so cool.
Hey, Lori. We love you.
I'm pretty sure I cried wolf with Lori earlier.
Why'd you cry wolf?
Because I messaged her 400 times going, babe, moto, babe. And she finally messaged me back. She's like, what? And I was like, hey.
Oh, thank you, Lori. I freaking missed Lori. I miss all you guys. I haven't seen you guys in a long time, but I freaking love Lori. Lori is the best thing ever.
She
I
really
love how
is.
she's like, I like all of you, but Lori.
But Lori's on another level, okay?
That's okay. We all say the same thing about each other too. We're like,
That's fair.
where's Lori?
So, if anyone is wanting to stalk Nyla like I do, then you definitely need to be on her Instagram. Because the best part about Instagram is it has her link tree. And look how cool this link tree is.
I put a lot of thought into my link tree. I'm like very excited about it.
Hands down, the most epic link tree I've ever seen. I clicked on this and
the first line says monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a monster. It's there. Yeah, I did a monster book. It's so cool. And you want to know what? It's like, it was my first time ever doing a monster, like / paranormal anything. And it was so fun because I did 4 different stories in like the one book, and they're all completely different. So like I got to do these 4 like separate, super fun, like monsters with humans type things. Like, oh my goodness. It was the most fun thing ever. I'm going to do another one because it was like so much fun.
Well, I love how it's like, oh my gosh, look how beautiful it is.
That's your cover.
Yeah, it's that one was from Layla. She used to be Moonshine Creations, but now she works for Opulent. And yeah, so she's insanely talented. She's done a bunch of my covers, and she's like my favorite person. She's so cool.
Oh my gosh, like I love this. Yeah, I just had to buy it right now because I was like, the cute, like that cover is gorgeous. And I was just talking to Dave that I love Monster Dick.
Right?
We're talking about this.
That's the most fun thing about, like, it's like you can literally like have them do anything. Like their dicks can do anything you want them to do. Like there could be 2 of them, there could be 15 of them. Like they could be like studded. They could produce their own like lube. Like they can do anything. It's so much fun.
I wanted to write a monster story where his cum has glitter.
Oh, that would be so cool.
And it will like all over her face.
I'm only laughing because it's like Gail to add glitter.
Yeah, like anything's better with glitter.
Her face will sparkle. Can you just imagine? Like it'll be like a confetti cannon and just
like
that,
cannon.
and there's Gail coming out. I think it would be cool. I don't know if I could ever write it. I feel like that's kind of like mafia for me. Like I love reading it. I love reading it. In fact, it's probably my favorite to read. Yeah. I don't know if my brain would ever write it. Like when my brain goes to work, I automatically think sports and contemporary. But I love reading things that my brain don't come up with, and that's probably why I don't read a lot of contemporary anymore. I've been reading paranormal and stuff.
Well, you know what's funny is like I was talking to an author friend recently, and he was saying like it was like he decided like for the book, like his work in progress, he was like, I decided that I was going to take a trope that I like don't like a trope I'm actively not a fan of, and I'm going to write that and make it into something that I like. And I just thought that was like the coolest idea ever. So I started like thinking about tropes that I'm not crazy about, and I was like, yeah, now I want to just write all of these. Like I don't know why. I was just like,
that was like,
for me, like I think it's what was the one I'm always like fake dating. For some reason I've just never been like a big fan of fake dating. Like it's not there's anything wrong with it or anything specific. It's just not like my biggest thing. So I was like, I need to write a fake dating book now. Like now
I did that with Friends to Lovers, and I wrote it in a way exactly like you said. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a trope that I don't like. I don't like Friends to Lovers. And now I'm obsessed. Now,
yeah, right? It like changes everything. Like, it's like so funny.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm going to do this and do it my way. And as of right now, I'm not big on surprise pregnancy, but I want to write one. I want to challenge myself to write one because like I want to see how I can swing that in.
Or you could make it a cool surprise pregnancy. Make it exciting.
She's so pregnant with the alien's baby.
Yeah, twisting the monster dick into a surprise pregnancy. It'll be great.
No, but also I love how you said this one has 4 stories.
Yeah, 4 stories. And it was like, yeah, like because I and I'm not, you guys know my books are massive. Like they're huge. So like for me, I was like, oh, I'm going to write 4 novellas. Of course, like each one of them is like 50,000 words long. So they're like still pretty like diesel, but like for me, they're short and they're all kind of like retelling-y. Like the first one is about like this angel of death, like Grim Reaper type style guy, and like this haunted cornfield, and like there's a creepy scarecrow and like this whole thing. So that was like really cool. And then the next one is a werewolf shifter. So it's like kind of like Peter and the Wolf, like retelling. And then the third one is a mermaid, or a merman, I should say.
I gotta read that. I want to know how it works.
Yeah, a merman, a kraken, like a sea monster, and a pirate. So it's like MMM. They're all together. And that one is like the most fun, because for that one, it's like I was researching like pirate lingo and stuff. Like I was having the best time. Like I was like a vast ye matey. Like it was just but yeah, I was having a blast. And then the last one is about aliens, like alien clones or whatever. So I like came up with my whole own like planet and this whole like race of aliens. Like it was really fun. It was such a blast. I definitely am going to need to do another one with like all these like other new stories, because that was like the most fun book I've ever written by far.
It's so fun because I feel like the old fairy tales where it was like multiple stories in one book. And so I just
right?
love that so much.
Like, why the hell not? And I was like, oh, I'm going to do like a Wicked Things Part 2. And I was like, I'll do 4 more stories. And I was like, maybe I'll do like 5 or 6 or like 7 or 8 or 9. Like, I just can't decide on it.
He's like a mother goose. Like,
like fables and shit. It's so fun.
Oh my gosh. I love Mother Goose. It would be Mother Nyla.
Like Madam
Mother Nyla's Tales. Can it be Mother Nyla's Tales, please? Oh my gosh, I want a shirt that says that. I'm going to start calling you Mother.
Mother Nyla. Mother Nyla's Fables.
Mommy
Dirty
Goose.
Fables.
And I was just telling a friend I needed to find some alien monster to read.
Oh yeah, and Lori, I'm probably sure that you did purchase this book for me at Wild and Windy's. You bought like a giant stack, so like you might have it. Like check.
But you can never read. You could never read the paperbacks. I have a few of yours too that I got, and I won't read the paperbacks.
I know. I have like oh my goodness, my shelves are a disaster right now. I have to rearrange everything. I have like so many books I got the last 2 signings, and I haven't put anything away. They're all just like waiting to go in there. Ugh.
I know. I just redid my shelves and actually pulled all of my favorite books into my living room. So like both of y'all are on my shelf in my living room. My husband's like,
awesome.
Also, check it.
Like it's fine. It's fine.
Nyla's this is the most fun link tree. Like let's take away the background. Okay, we already talked about that, how amazing that is. But look at the way it's signed books and merch, baby.
I know.
Yes, Judgment Free Group, very fun. Join a cult in the woods.
Oh yeah, just all the ridiculous shit that I write on the buttons. I can't even help myself. I don't know. I try to have fun with things. I try to be like, because like I said, I'm weird. So I'm just like, whatever. Like this is my weird personality. So even in like my newsletters, like when I have, you know how you set up like the newsletters that automatically go out like every, 3 months or whatever it is. Like in those ones, like I write the weirdest shit. It's like I have like weird song lyrics, and it's like I'm quoting like Cheap Trick and stuff. Like it's just like hilarious.
Cheap Trick?
I'm like, why?
Right.
I love Cheap Trick.
Right? I was like, okay, let's just make this fun.
I've seen them live before. My dad took me when I was young.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
I would have died. I would have loved that.
Yes, the Flippin' Hot newsletter. This is all amazing. Like, I love this so much. You have no
I started
idea.
to say the same thing when we were looking at the top line and how she just put monster dick. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, MM Taboo, say
Oh,
less.
yes.
I mean, the most fun ever.
Oh, we have a good time here.
All right. Oh wait, that was me. I purchased that. Okay, and now your website.
Oh, my website, yeah. So my website is, I've actually only had, well, actually, maybe it's about a year old, almost a year old at this point. And yeah, somebody designed it for me because I don't know how to do anything in terms of anything technology related. So, but yeah, it's really cool. And I do like the whole, like, I do the signed books from there. And then I also have like merch and stuff that I set up, which is like through like Printify. So it like, you know, print on demand type thing. So I don't have to send stuff out, which is good. That was a requirement. So I was like, I'm not going to house a bunch of sweatshirts in my apartment and send them out because I just don't have space for that. So
that's actually what I want to go to on my website is Printify. So
I love Printify. It's so easy to use.
Yeah.
And I actually like their stuff.
So now tell us about this one. I remember when it came out, but just for everybody else.
Yeah. So that's the band book. So that one actually, that one's also going to be, it's about to be 2 years old actually. So that's cool. It's, yeah, so it's very taboo. It is an MMM about twin brothers and their stepdad. So like quite scandalous. When I went into it, I knew it was gonna get banned. So I didn't set up a pre-order for it. And I literally just dropped it and was like, hey, this is definitely going to get banned. So buy it fast because it's going to be gone soon. And it was like 3 days later, it got banned on Amazon. So, but I was like prepared for it. So I had it like ready to go up on my website and everything. And yeah, so now it's available on my website and Eden Books and I think Google Play. Yeah, Google Play also, because Google Play, I guess, like doesn't care about anything. Like they're very lax with their content guidelines. So they're just like fine with it.
So cool though, like to have a banned book. Like
that's goals for Gail.
I mean, like I'm sitting there thinking, like maybe when I write my alien book with the glitter come, get banned. Like that would be nice.
That's the thing. Like it's like, and Amazon is so like the stuff that they do is so arbitrary. Like you never really know like why something's gonna get banned or how. Like usually I think there's like a lot of different factors that I've heard from people, from like other authors who've gotten banned and stuff over the years, like why it happens. But yeah, it was like, you know, I mean, when it's like an incest situation, you kind of sort of expect it, like, you know, maybe, I mean, I don't know, it's weird because Flowers in the Attic is still on Amazon, but like, you know, whatever. So like it's like they pick and choose. But I was like, at least this is kind of cool because it's like I have my website option, like, and on the website, like you don't have to split royalties with anyone. So it's like, oh, screw you, Amazon. Like I still get all this shit. Yeah, so, but I'm actually like I like doing it. Like it's kind of fun, like specifically doing it.
I've started moving some of my books to my website. I'm starting starting next week. We'll have I had one on there and I had to stop it because it was being downloaded before I was ready because I didn't realize that I had like it wasn't hit. So I have it hidden right now, but next week I won't. And like I'm kind of excited. It's gonna start free, but I'm definitely putting some of my stuff on there that not all of it, but some of it just to see how.
Yeah, like to see how it works and stuff. Actually, I did that with so I have like a holiday novella that like I was like, oh, well, since it's a novella, like I'm just not going to put it in KU. I'm going to try like the whole wide thing and see what happens. And so like I have it up everywhere, like, you know, Amazon and iTunes and all the places. But then on my website, it's like $1 less because like, you know, like might as well make it less. So like to promote people getting it on my website, which is cool. And I like doing that. And I'm actually, I haven't started it yet, but my next project is going to be another taboo story, sort of like double-edged, and it's going to be a website exclusive. Like I'm not even going to try for Amazon because it will probably just get banned anyway, and I just don't feel like dealing with that. So I'm just going to do website.
Mine definitely wouldn't be banned, but like I just like the idea of having the control, and so I'm starting very small and kind of
it's cool. It's a good thing to, because what is that thing? Somebody used to, or like a bunch of people probably said it, but they're like, you probably shouldn't put all your eggs in the Amazon basket. Like, you know what I mean? It's good to have other options. Like, I mean, I like KU. I swear by KU for a lot of different reasons, but like, it's good to also have other like avenues.
Absolutely. I'm excited. You know? I'm excited to know that you've done that as well.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, and like, you know, it kind of sucks sometimes because it's like, with this one, like it's not allowed to be on Amazon, so like I can't have it there, and like Amazon is the place where everybody searches for book. It's just like it's the priority place. So like there'll always be a lot of people who are like, oh, where is this? I don't see it on Amazon. Like they won't know to like Google it or like look for it some other way. So you kind of have to do like more like marketing and promoting on it. But I mean, it's not too big of a deal. Like it's still managed to do like pretty well with like, especially with like Facebook groups and stuff, like people always asking like about banned books or like, you know, are there any authors that sell from their website? Because a lot of readers are like looking to support authors that way, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So if you were going to, if somebody came up to you and said, I've never read one of your books, where should they? I know that's like a loaded question because
it's such a hard question. It's a hard question for me too, because like I write so many different things. Like all of my stuff is like wildly different. I feel like there's not a lot of stuff that's like, you know, but I guess it would kind of just depend on if they wanted to start with like MM, or if they wanted like an MMF or even an MF that like kind of like gets you introduced to like MM if you've never read it before. But usually like I tell people like the first things I always recommend is For the Fans, which is my most contemporary book that I have. So it's like if I don't know you and your reading preferences, like that's a good way to start, because like I'm not going to scare the shit out of you with like, you know, the Twincest book or like the scary like prison where like things are going crazy. So like, yeah, I usually say For the Fans. I also guess I could say Trouble now, because that one's also a little bit, I mean, it's really angsty and it does have like some cheating, but like it's also, you know, it's not like dark or anything. Yeah, so I'd probably go with like either of those two. Or I could say To Burn in Brutal Rapture, which is my MF book. It's my one MF book that's like not including like my debut series, which is MF too, but like I don't really market those that much anymore because they're like not really like my style now. But yeah, To Burn in Brutal Rapture is an age gap MF, so I'm like, that's always a good option too, if you like that type of thing.
I love this cover so much.
I know, I love that cover too. And that book is like my most like underrated book. Like nobody reads it. It's like one of my favorite things I ever wrote. Because it's like so unique and interesting. And so like that cover I actually just redid from the original cover, and I'm like obsessed with that cover. And ever since I changed it, now everyone keeps going on my website and like ordering the old cover. It's like, I'm glad I went through all that hassle to like make this new cover that I'm obsessed with, that like nobody wants. But it's like, I feel like that's like a thing, you know? Like
I love this cover so much. I
think it's so hot. Like I love covers where it's like, it's not technically like a sexy shirtless person cover, but like it kind of is. Like you can see it a little bit.
You can see his hand going down.
Insane. Like that's like, I love it. I love like the mix between like abstract and like sexiness.
Mm-hmm.
That's like my favorite style of thing.
I was gonna say that earlier when we went by it. I was gonna say I love that. I
love it. Man chest.
Yes. So events. Oh my goodness, you have a lot coming up.
Yeah, so those are all my events. I gotta change those pictures. Those pictures are so old at this point. That first one was from freaking Shameless. That first time when I first met you guys.
Yes, that was like the best time. That's what I was thinking. I was like, wait a minute, I know
that's
that.
my first signing. That Shameless.
That was when we first met each other too. That was such a fun time.
Maybe I should leave it up because it's a memorable picture. I definitely should leave that one up. Yeah, so I have a lot of stuff. I'm like, yeah, so the next one is a Polycon. My last signing of this year was, when was it? In August. And so I haven't had any events from August until April. And I was like so happy about that fact. Like, I was like, oh my God, it felt so good to just be done and like know that I don't have to go anywhere or do anything until then. Because also it's like a Polycon is going to be like pretty big. I did a Polycon this year.
Signing is a Polycon. And then Wild and Windy, we're ready to go. So I won't see you in 2024.
I know. I realized that, like, you know, oh my goodness. Are you guys going to Wanderlust next year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So I kind of like keep thinking that, because I was like, I'm not supposed to be adding any more events. Like I've just been already doing too many and I'm trying to like scale back. but I was like,
Katie,
but I was like, I really, and then like a few of my readers, like my readers that are my Patreon and stuff, like they live in Texas and stuff, and I've been wanting to do that one forever, and it always falls like in a time that it's like clashing with something else. But this time I don't have anything exactly at that time, so I was like, maybe I should try to go, like, you know. So I'm gonna see.
Yes.
It was by far my favorite signing.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
I've heard that it's just like so great and so much fun.
Yeah, I just went on a whim, and I was like, well, because the reason why I say that is because it was kind of like last minute type thing, and I'm glad you're home too, honey. Will you shut the door? My husband just got home from his Christmas party, and he's wanting to show me all his gifts. But I went, and I was like, well, we'll see, and it ended up being like the best. It was amazing.
I've been wanting to go. I mean, like, yeah, I love Wander, and I love like the whole team and everything, and I haven't done a signing in Texas actually. So I was like,
it sounds like you've already. I mean, we've already settled this.
I'm going.
We've just not settled this.
It's decided. I'm just gonna have to message Donna like right when we are done with this and be like, hey,
we all will. We'll riot. Well,
but I will see you in 2025 in Arizona.
Yes, that one I'm so excited for. Oh, that's gonna be so fun. I've never been to Arizona either, so it's gonna be a blast. I can't wait.
I'd love to go back to Arizona. I don't think I have anything for 2025 yet.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm annoyed because the 2025 schedule is like already getting kind of packed, and there's like still so many like events that keep popping up and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know if I can do that.
Orlando and Austin and Wanderlust in 2025. So because I debated on doing Austin and San Antonio.
Yeah.
But I want to. I have a lot of friends in Texas, all over, and Texas is huge. And even though San Antonio and Austin aren't far from each other,
because it's that one. The Austin one is that one. I keep forgetting what it's called. It's by like the Southern Belle people or whatever, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, I know. So that's why I was like, oh man, like, should I do that? Because I've always wanted to go to Austin. I've only ever been to Dallas. Too. So like I wanted, and Austin's supposed to be really fun. So I was like, oh,
that's exact same. I was like, I've gone to San Antonio, Dallas, Houston. I've lived in Texas twice. I've never gone to Austin. I've been to El Paso.
Cool. I've been to Austin, guys.
I've been everywhere. I've never been to Austin, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go. I'm just now getting to where I will go back into the state of Texas.
Yeah,
it's hot there, y'all.
It is.
And that's
the only time I've been. I went to actually, you know what? I went to Dallas twice, and both times I went were like July, August, and I was like, this is a miserable experience.
Oh yeah, in the summer.
When we were in San Antonio in August, I literally got on the plane to go home, got off the plane, and was like, in Miami, and was like, so much cooler here.
You're like, this is Miami, and I'm just like, feel refreshed right now.
Hot in Miami. I'm like, I was in San Antonio. Like, I feel like anything from like Galveston down is just like the devil's armpit or something. I don't know. It is so hot, and I lived down there for a few years, and it was to the point where like I would walk outside and feel lightheaded, so I never adjusted. We got transferred out of there. I was like, oh, never again. So I'm just now getting to go back to Texas. I'm like, I can do it in 2 days. So now Gail not wanting to go back to Denver. She couldn't breathe.
Oh yeah, Denver, no. Denver, no.
I've never been to Denver either. That's another place I want to go.
Oh, I'm just gonna warn you right now. You can't breathe there. Okay.
Because of the altitude.
You can't catch your breath, right? I think I drank so much water.
I don't know what. I drank water all the time, and my nose would not stop.
I drank water in electrolytes and what are those things? Liquid IVs nonstop, and I peed like 4 times the whole weekend because I was like,
people aren't meant to live there.
That's crazy.
Climate, we're not meant to. No, it's not meant to have human life there.
That is crazy.
Especially when you're used to Miami below sea level. Like,
Missouri. I'm in the Boot Hill. We're very flat.
I mean, we've got mountains and stuff up here, but like it's not that high. It's a little bit high, but it's not like crazy.
Oh man.
Denver is the only place I've ever been where I thought I was gonna die. Like I've traveled, y'all. Like I've gone to a lot of places, but and I've tried it twice. I've given it two. I tried a second time. Again, I was miserable. I can't do it.
Yeah,
Too high up.
I don't see
Choking
Denver on
you.
your list either. Like you already know. I can't do Denver. No, I was just thirsty the whole time. I think I drank, and I'm not talking about for like I could barely drink liquor or anything. I could barely have any fun drinks because I was like, just give me water. And you know what? You know it too, because those restaurants, they just keep like they bring it by like the case to the table.
Wow.
And I was like, y'all already know I'm thirsty.
Well, also, it was embarrassing. People would come to the table, and I'm just like, hold on. I'm so sorry. Here, you need me to sign that?
Oh my God. I feel like that would totally be me too, because I already have like weird sinuses. Like my nose is constantly running. So like I feel like that would be like even
I had
worse.
so much pressure right here. And I'm like, this isn't normal. Ask anybody. I had tissues all the time. I went to the store, I don't know how many times to get more medicine.
Wow.
Yeah, we ran into you in Target a few times, and everybody at Target knew.
Yes, my nose was so red. Like seriously, it looked like I'd been snorting some shit right before the time. Like my nose was so red. I was constantly like this.
You're like, Denver's doing this to me.
And then we're walking to dinner, and some guy is like, like right in our face, and we're like, we gotta get the hell out of here. We gotta get the hell out of here. We all jump behind my husband. Jeremy and Bobby were like, where y'all going?
And then though, but like, no, because listen, there was a homeless issue and it was very sad. But I think the issue is also the people didn't have enough oxygen. And that's why they were going crazy because nobody is meant to live up there. No one.
That's so funny. They're like, nobody can breathe. That's why everyone's losing their mind.
Yeah, we all jumped back from that guy scaring us, and Gail, he just can't breathe. It's fine. He needs some tissue.
He can't breathe. Someone get him some air.
Do not tell me different. Okay, everybody was messed up because they can't breathe, and they all have headaches.
It's funny though that I'm now to that point in my career where it used to be like I'm gonna take every signing, and now I'm like, ooh, is it hot there? Like, can I wear my?
That's exactly how I feel. I'm like, I don't know.
Or will my feet wet too much? Like,
the main priority should be, will I be able to breathe?
Well, honestly, that's true. I just added that to my list of things.
It's
the deciding factor
now.
I don't know if I'll go back to Denver because you're right. I couldn't breathe. I drank a lot.
Or your ear's gonna pop when you go up in the elevator.
Oh yeah, ear popping too.
No, that was bad.
Yes.
Or will your flight have to go round and round because it keeps getting pushed by guns?
Oh my God.
We could barely get to the ground out in Denver. I was like, they were like, it's normal. All the locals on the plane, this is normal. It'll take us 5 times. And I'm going, what?
Like we're gonna be up in the air, just circling the airport for like.
They got it. If they get gusts, yeah. And then you feel the plane go, and you're like, oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah.
You drove.
Because planes aren't meant to land there. Because nobody should be there. We have no business there. Stop trying to make Denver happen.
Well, you guys are definitely not selling Denver, so I'm not feeling bad right now that I'm not going to be going there for the foreseeable future.
What else can we ruin for you?
No, that's the only thing, I swear. Everywhere else I've gone, I could breathe fine.
Did I see a Canada on your list?
Yeah, no, Vancouver. Yes, Vancouver in 2025.
So that's, if I'm not wrong, that's the opposite from you. Like that's gonna be quite a.
It's very far. Yes, I know. At first, I was like,
it's very far. Yeah.
I was like, oh, I was like, yeah, like it's easy for me to get to like Toronto. Like it's gonna be fun, like Canada signing. And then it was like announced that it was gonna be in Vancouver, and I was like, oh, okay then. Well, that's all the way on the other side of the country / like up into another place. But I can't wait because I haven't been to Canada since I was a kid. So I don't even care where I go. It's just going to be a fun experience.
We have a third vote on blah for Denver. There you go.
If Lori says also no to Denver, I mean, I do want to go like at some point, but I was like, you know, because I'm not really trying to take anything else, I don't think, for 2025, because 2025 I'm going to Australia. So I feel like because that's such a huge Australia and then also Canada in the same year, like that's just a bit much. So I was like, I just don't want to take anything else. But I was like, you know, oh, like, you know, Readers Take Denver sounded like a cool event. And I was like, I wish I could do that, but I'm not trying to take anything until 2026. And now that you guys say that you can't breathe there, I don't really feel too bad about it.
Listen, I just want you to have realistic expectations.
Maybe it was just us.
No, I'm sure it's a fine place. But
I was gonna say I'd love to go back and I'd love to go back. I just know now that I'll hit up some of those oxygen bars.
Mm-hmm. I can't. Oh yeah, they actually have oxygen bars and stuff there. That's so crazy.
You have to have oxygen on hand.
They had oxygen in the hotel, like an oxygen bar in the hotel. But
that is so crazy.
We were not. Now Gail was, but we were not staying in that hotel. We had to stay like a couple blocks over, and therefore our hotel did not have an oxygen bar. So
like we don't get to air, we don't get to breathe.
So when we went up to our 12th floor, we just were like,
oh my god.
Well, everybody else is like, you get used to it. I lived here. It took me about, you know,
they say it takes 3 weeks. They say it takes 3 weeks for your body to adjust. But you know what? You know, I hear the same thing with down here, and that's the thing. I feel like
no, I've been to Florida. I can breathe just fine.
I'm not talking about breathing, but there's, you know, like everywhere we go, there's
the humidity or whatever.
Yeah, there's something different everywhere. I remember when Sarah came down to Miami, we're hanging out at this hotel, and she's like, she goes, I feel moist. I feel like
it'll just be always sticky. It's fine.
I just jumped in a pool, and I'm like, she's like, it feels really good. I'm over here going, really? Like, it feels a little chilly to me because if I get wet, I get cold.
Yeah, but okay, but listen, you're not gonna suffocate.
Mm-hmm.
You could.
Yeah, you'll still be able. Well,
you can in San Antonio, but from the heat.
Okay.
It does feel humidity can be suffocating at times.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that. There is times here where it does slap you in the face when you.
And I know you live in the Boot Hill of Missouri, but something about that South Texas heat, is it hits different. Like you really have to, like, you walk out and you're like,
yeah, it's a lot. And then also, like, when I was there, I was standing outside the hotel, and there was like these giant flying bugs just like dive bombing me, and I was like, okay, I need to like never come outside again here.
Yeah, everything's bigger in Texas, including the bugs.
Yeah, including the giant monster bugs that are like flying around your face.
And the humidity meters, they're all bigger.
But hey, I will go to Texas. I don't mind going to Texas. Actually, you know, obviously the best, well, maybe not the best, but some of the best barbecue I've ever had in my life was in Texas, so that's good.
Gail, that's a plus. Or she's given us the best stink eye ever.
Sorry. Wait, am I back?
That was the best like frozen position of a face I've ever seen.
I was like, no, you can't even plan a frozen face better than that. Mine would be like,
it looks like a picture for a sitcom or something where she's like making that face like
mom of a sitcom.
Wait, am I back? Can you see me?
No, we
can't. It looks black.
Hear you.
It looks blank.
Okay. I don't know what happened. Sorry.
She's like, I'm blank. Oh, it's doing something.
Okay, I don't know what happened. Okay, anyways, can you at least see the picture?
Yeah, you can see everything else.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, so you have your reader group.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I just saw you like jump back in. So I'm not like, okay.
No, we needed to.
Now that we've just been rambling forever.
And so now tell us about this group. You have this group on your website. What's this one?
Yeah, so this is a group I started on Facebook. It's just it's like, one of your reader groups / for recommendations and talking about books and just raving about different books. And it's for like all different variations of queer romance, which because I found like a lot of the like groups were either like MM specific. There are a lot of MM specific groups. Mm-hmm. There are very few like FF groups, and then like not a lot of groups. There are some like, reverse harem / why choose groups and stuff, but there was not really a place where it was like just centered on like all the different variations of queer romance. And I was getting annoyed because I was like, how come in the MM book groups you're not allowed to like mention MMF books? Like it's just like felt kind of weird to me. Yeah. And so I was like, and also a lot of them have like a lot of restrictions on like not recommending like taboo books and stuff like that. And I was like, we should be able to talk about whatever books we love. Like, no hate, no shade. Like everybody likes what they like.
And I jumped on it. Like, I think I was one of your first members because I was one of those that was getting pushed and backed out for my MMF.
Mm-hmm.
And exactly. I was like, but even though the MM part of it plays such a huge role in this book, because there is an F in there, they were like, no, absolutely.
Yeah, they're like, you're not allowed to talk about it. And it's honestly, like, why?
I felt like, I would never do that for someone jumping in, even in my group and saying, hey, this is an MM book. I haven't not written MM yet.
Mm-hmm.
I
have
plans. I already have a cover actually, but
I'm gonna expect to see that sooner than everyone else.
But I was very like, I would never like tell somebody like, you can't be here for that, and especially if it's they're trying to promote queer books.
Exactly.
Like
it felt very like I don't know, it felt kind of like fetishizing of like gay men and gay relationships, and then like also like shaming of like it just wasn't inclusive at all. Like it's just not inclusive. Like we're not here to only talk about MM just because we find MM and like gay love like sexy or hot. Like this is supposed to be a place where we talk about love and open love and all kinds of stuff like that. Like no matter what label you use, like that's the point, is that like love is always love no matter who it's between. So
I remember this group popping up on my newsfeed and I was like,
yeah, because so I was like, it's still a small group. It's like, it's pretty small, and we like often try to like, see if there's ways that we can like ramp up activity and stuff like that and whatever. But I'm proud of it. It's like it's a cool little place. So
if you ever need me to pop in and ramp up something, I will, because
I appreciate that.
I'm telling you, you hit this right when I was in the middle of my own journey with that. And it felt so awful. I felt
it's really tough and it's annoying. Like, it's like, it shouldn't be judgmental. There should be no like judgments when it comes to like any, especially like when we're talking about fiction and books that we love, like there shouldn't be judgments about like the kinds of books that people like to read. Like that shouldn't be a thing. And then also you shouldn't be like telling people they can't promote their books in certain space. Like it's just, we need a place that's like all open for, especially when it comes to the LGBTQ communities and stuff like that, because there's a lot that goes on.
Limit that at this point? Like, like I said, I definitely jumped on that, and I love the name too. I like rhymes.
Yeah. We had fun with that one. We were like queer all year. Yes, please.
I love that. That's amazing.
It's a fun thing.
Hold on.
You're making me feel like I should, like, I'm like, oh my goodness, there's so many things I have to do because I'm currently on like a break, like a writing break. That wasn't necessarily supposed to be this long, but like after I released Trouble was like the first week in November, I think. And so I haven't written anything like since pretty much then. And I was like, I'm going to take a break because I was like on the verge of a burnout. This year was like really crazy, like writing wise and stuff, and just like motivation wise. Like I feel like this whole year was just like really weird in a lot of ways. And so I was like on the verge of a major burnout, and I was like, you know, I just need to take some time. But like take some time from writing means that you also have to do like the other stuff. So I'm like, let's make a list of all the tasks I have to get done while I'm not writing, you know, like all the website
exactly
stuff.
What I could be saying. At the end of September, I released a book. I was supposed to keep going. I was on the verge of burnout. I said, you know what? I'm going to just push that off a little bit. It probably, the timing of that release will probably be off a little bit at this point, but oh well. And so, but you're right. I've had to dive into doing the other aspects, but you know what? They really needed attention. I released 7 books in 2024.
That's a lot.
I mean, 2023, the 7 stories total. And it is a lot. 4 of them were full length, and 2 novellas and 2 of the full-size books were being written at the same time. And I felt like by the time I released that last one, I was like, I was like, I can't.
You're at that point, you're like, what is life? Like, I don't even know how my brain is still working anymore. Like, what is this?
Yeah. And there were so many days towards the end of the summer, and my husband's like, you know, we only went on the boat so many times this summer. And I'm like, well, you know, we only did. I'm like, what? And it started dawning on me. That was mostly me going, I got to write today. I have a deadline. And so
it sucks.
I'm with you, and I'm proud of you, and I'm proud of me for making that decision, because it is hard. You're always scared of what's going to happen.
Exactly. And it's like, but we shouldn't feel that way. You know what I mean? It's like, we shouldn't feel like we like have to keep going and like totally like destroy our minds, like get this thing done. Like by the time I was done with Trouble, like when I was like finishing like all the edits and stuff, I hadn't washed my hair in like almost 3 weeks. Like I was like I was gross. I was like, oh my God, my hair is going to turn into like dreadlocks at this point, because like I was just like, gotta finish this. And it's like, we're indie authors. Like this deadline is like inflicted by nobody but this person right here. Like no one else cares. Everyone else is going to understand. It's going to be fine. Like, yes, there are certain things like, you know, maybe certain months are better to publish, or you have like this goal in your mind for like how much you want to do, but it doesn't like matter. You know, it's not like, this is all stuff that we're doing to ourselves. And like, we'll be totally fine. The business will be totally fine. And like, we're only going to write our best stuff, like when we're clear, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I think we do it to ourselves, but I think a lot of it comes from the pressure of the industry.
Yes.
And
a lot of pressure.
Trying to keep up and trying to keep, I can't keep up with trends. Okay. I just can't do it. I can't at all. I try so hard, and then it's by the time I got the hang of it, it's gone. And I consider that the old in me. I'm like, look, you know, I'm just waiting for my daughter to grow up a few years so I can be like, hey.
Yeah, like, can you explain this to me? Because I don't get it.
But like,
yeah.
I like I said, cheers to you. I'm proud of you for that, because I did the same thing. And so, but luckily I did not. I'm big on like surprises, but everybody's like, oh, you're gonna do a surprise. I'm like, no, it's gonna be a surprise for all of us, because I don't like
even me.
I don't like to make promises I can't keep. And I knew after that book I wasn't gonna be able to keep any promises, so I said, you know what, no announcements. Everything after this will be a surprise.
Yeah, I said, you know what? I said the same thing. I was like, I'm not doing any more like long pre-orders. I'm not setting any more pre-orders until I absolutely know that the book is going to be done by a certain time. Like, I'm not going to be, I'm not doing like the early teaser stuff. Like, but that's like the other thing that's cool about having a Patreon too, which, you know, it's like, there are positives and negatives. It is another thing that you have to like do, which kind of is annoying sometimes, but like also it's like, it makes it so that if I want to share stuff because I'm excited throughout the process, I can just do it with my Patreon members, because they're already like my ride or die. So I know they're not going to be disappointed if I can't give them a date or if I have to push stuff off. They're not going to care. They're just going to be excited. And then like it stops me from having to like, you know, say I did that like on Instagram or something. And then I was like, oh shit, I just mentioned something about a book and I have no way of writing it and finishing it like in the next year, you know? So yeah,
I think everything I'm doing from now until March is going to be a surprise. It's, if I get it done and I can focus and do it right, then I'll have some surprises. I have one scheduled for next week. It's already done. It's great. It's gonna be great.
Yay!
But
I love that.
After that, who knows? Like, like I know what I would like, but that's just me trying to take care of myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I turn 40 next week. No, 2 weeks.
Oh snap! Happy early birthday!
Thank you.
40.
I feel like it's like
40
a little. Like I'm not mad about it, but like a part of me is like, okay, Katie, just don't pressure. I don't know. Something about it just makes me want to soak it all in. And my daughter's birthday is the 26th, so we're so busy this time of year, and I'm just like, okay,
this is a crazy time of year.
So I was actually meeting with a PR team yesterday, and they were like, okay, should we set some dates? And I was like, no, you need to hear what I'm saying.
Oh my goodness. I know. I had the same thing where I was talking to a PR company too, and they're like, oh yeah, we usually like to schedule stuff like, 6 months in advance so we can start to, I was like, okay, but that's not going to work for me because I have no idea what I'm going to be writing next or when it's going to be done. So I
need to know that if I'm not done by this date, if it's not ready, that I can push it off. And they were like, oh, okay, yeah. And they went with it and they like put, and I was like, thank God, because I'm not going to put pressure on myself to,
No, that's
I feel like I'm going to produce better work and my readers are going to be happier with what I give out if I don't try to kill myself.
100%. It's so true. Cause it's like, I mean, and like, sure, people might get excited about like, rapid releases and stuff because there's like more for them to just enjoy, but it doesn't take away, or it's not better than you only releasing like something every 6 months or whatever it is. Like, it's not better than that. They're still going to be there. They're still going to be excited and hyped. So like, regardless of what you do, like people are going to be excited about it. So it's best to just like focus on like making sure you're okay and you're doing your best work.
And I don't know if you're like this as well, but like some things are, some books come and they're done. They flow and they do. And then other books you have to take a step back from and go. And and I felt like over the summer, I promised 3 books in order, but my mind was on that 3rd book when I was writing the first one. And I felt like had I left myself that leeway, I could have, they all came together. They're great. It's great. But it took a lot of stay up till 3 a.m., get up at 7 a.m. and I homeschool my kids. So it's like, oh my goodness. It's like get up at 7 a.m., work until 10, wake them up, do homeschool until, and it was like I was struggling. And so
I'm convinced my best books, I still believe, are the first 3 I wrote. And it's because there was no pressure.
Yeah.
And I was honestly doing them for fun. There was no deadlines. There was it had to be this. It needed
Do you remember when we were all in Arizona and we're all outside, we're all having this great time, we're swimming, whatever, and you're on your phone typing because your computer crashed and she's so stressed and we're trying to get her to come out with us. And she's like, my computer crashed. And so she's typing on her phone.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
And I was like, I am stressed for you. Like I got 3rd-party stress. I feel like I wrote that book.
No, I seriously so bad this year. I had burnout. I did. I was like,
this was definitely a burnout year. 2023 was, I feel like it was really crazy. I don't know what happened, like why we all suddenly started feeling like that, but like it was very intense.
I personally think it was the trend for the year
to just be like going.
Yeah, we're all pushing, we're all trying the new, and then by the time that's why I'm very big on talking about it, and we've been talking about it forever, is because we're not alone. It's not just us. All 3 of us have experienced it. We know. I got on Facebook the other day and I could have sworn I counted 20 authors that were like, I'm freaking done.
Yeah.
And I felt for them, but at the same time, I was like, it's me too.
Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
I think it's important that we do talk about it. Maybe we can all make a better plan. Maybe we can all come together in 2024.
Yeah, like, and be like, hey guys, like, let's make this not a trend for 2024. Like,
let's try to scale back. Like, let's make it trendy to like do like 2 releases.
Yeah, exactly. Like, come on. Ugh. But then, like, I get annoyed too, because I'm like, you know how when you have so many ideas and like so little time, and you're just like, I want to do all these different ideas, but like I can only probably manage like 3 books this year. Like, which ones am I gonna do? And you're like, you have to sit there and just like see which characters like come first. But then that's also kind of fun. Like, I feel like I didn't do that this year at all because I had stuff that I like knew I needed to do. So like I haven't like sat back and just been like, okay, characters, like speak to me and like see which ones like come out first or whatever. Like,
I'm gonna do that.
Kind of exciting.
And just be like, what's happening?
I have this one book idea that I have been talking about since 2019 that I've just been stewing on. And I have a cover. I even have a book trailer. I was so excited about it. But then stuff just kept coming up. And I kept pushing it back because I wanted like, no, I got to take my time with this one. This is going to be like my passion project.
I know.
And I kept pushing it back. My goal now is 2025, that book's coming out.
You're like, no matter what happens, I'm going to make it happen.
The military series was my passion project. Military does not sell well. I don't promote it a ton, but it was my passion project. And I have 1 more book in that series I need to write. And did I do it last year? No. Do I have it on the dock for 2024? Maybe, because I don't know if they start speaking to me, I'm going to start writing it because
I know I had this one dark romance, like super dark, like kind of forbidden romance that I've been thinking about it for probably at least 2 years. And like, it's just been coming together. But I'm just like, I need to like have a moment to like work on it. And I always keep feeling like other things like jump in before that. And then also this year, 2023, for some reason was like my, like, I was in my like emotional era. Like for some reason, like I wasn't writing anything dark. Like all my stuff was just like super like emotion. I was like, why am I like only in my like emotional era right now? Like, I don't know. But so I was like, I'm kind of glad I didn't try to go for like the dark one because it probably wouldn't have worked. So we'll see. Once I get like my dark legs back, then I'll be able to hop back into that.
Well, we're starting it now. We're creating the trend. 2024 is the year of writing whatever.
Of writing whoever is loudest, whichever character wants to like, butt their little heads in there.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Which makes me want to ask you real quick, do you have a 2024 plan?
I actually really don't. I was like, so I just told you guys that I think I know that this is going to be my next work in progress, this taboo thing. Like that wasn't actually even originally what I was going to do next. But then the character started talking and I was like, you know what? I think I want to do this. So I'm going to do that. I don't know when it's going to be ready or what's going to happen. And then after that, like, I guess I'll just see. Like, it's just so weird. I have no plan whatsoever. My plan is to hopefully I'd like to release 4 books. But, like, my goal is always, like, 3 to 4. So, like, 3 to 4 books. That's it. We'll just see, like, who decides to pop out first.
That's going to be my plan. I started to build a plan, and then I was like, wait.
I know, me too. I was like writing it down in like my notebook. I was like, oh, so I'm going to do this. And I was like, I don't think any of that's going to work out. Like, let's just not.
Yeah, because what if it don't? And what if I'm stressed? And what if I don't know.
Let's keep our minds fresh.
Yeah. Yes. We got this.
We need these minds. They're very important.
Yeah.
Well, if you need anything to help you, inspire you, or relieve your stress, I have some ideas.
Like what? I'm nervous.
Oh my God, I know what's coming.
Into our next segment.
She's put the clam up.
I know, I saw that. I was like, am I supposed to be seeing this? I don't know what it is.
Here we go. Is that butter coming out of the clam?
No, it's the little...
It's a clam, an oyster.
Yeah, it's a little oyster, but
Is it corn? Oh, it's a clit.
like dying the whole time. That was the best thing I've ever seen.
You've changed it since last time.
I know. I like to keep it fresh.
Oh my god, I'm crying.
Welcome to Cougar Talk.
Woo! Oh my god, that was great.
Oh, I am weepy watching that.
Yes, it makes me emotional too. So, if you ever need sex toy ideas,
This is very exciting.
Look at this. Look at that. Is that like on the end of a razor?
So I will tell you that I used that, what's that? I always forget what it's called. Is it Belles, right? The Belles vibrator website company, whatever it is. They're like huge on Instagram. So check them out. It's like BELLASCO. So like Bella's Co, I think, is like their Instagram handle. But so their website. So somebody showed me this actually at Shameless last year, Shameless.
Really?
And we like sat there at the bar and we were just like, ordering like dildos and vibrators like while we were just hanging out. But so they had this thing where like you can get like special free gifts and stuff. So like you buy things and they also like give you free stuff. I ended up buying, I think I bought 2 different like vibrators that they were recommending to me, and I got like a whole other one free, and it was like a $200, like they're super nice, like really good quality. So like that website is really cool because you can like get all kinds of free shit. So I got the one that I actually just saw Kesha holding up on Instagram before I came on here, which was random. It's like the one that is like in a C shape, and it's like the like clit suction one or whatever.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. So that thing is great. So that's the one that they recommend. So my friends were recommending it to me. And I was like, okay, like let's just, because I just grab this stuff. Like I just buy a whole bunch of stuff. If I never use it, so be it. If I do use it, great. But like there's a whole drawer. And so I'm like, okay, this is cool. But that thing is like, it's quite intense. I don't know if you've ever used a suction one before, but it is quite intense. So if you feel inclined to go on this website and get one of these just to test it out,
I'm already there.
Just beware because it's
okay.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I like that it says "oh dear." Yeah, so here's your brain.
Oh, that's cute.
Isn't it cute? It's a little antler.
I feel like, not a lot of people know this, but it was a sex toy review that brought us together.
It is.
Really?
I say together. It's like we were reading it. Oh my god, you were at the place that night with us. Oh, it might have been the night before.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Shameless, and we were hanging out at that house. There was a moment where Gail read a review for a sex toy, and we all looked at each other and we were like, "Did we become best friends? Did we?"
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, he said "shucky darn." He said he wasn't too sure about this butt plug.
Shucky darn!
Oh my god, that's where the shucky darn came from. I'm sure you guys told me this. I'm sure you told me at the time.
That's where the shucky darn came from, and we thought that it sounded like shucking, like
corn shucking.
So by the time we woke up the next morning, Sarah had created us all new covers with new labels and corn on all of it. And then she changed our little thing to corn, like our little icon. Next thing you know, we're like, hey, corn, everything. Anyways.
Everything corn.
So my point in saying that is I love reading reviews with Gail.
Mm-hmm.
I love looking
good
at
times.
Toys.
What is this candy cane one here? What exactly does this do?
Glass.
Because that looks like very fancy.
Dangerous. Glass?
Hope that it's solid glass and not like hollow or anything, because that would be scary.
Well, and it says here you can chill it under cold water or put it in a freezer for a cool sensation.
Oh my goodness.
Great for an infection, but I don't know.
So I will just say that in my holiday novella, there is a scene in which they use a candy cane, one of the big ones, for some interesting activities. So this, I feel, is like would be a much safer, healthier version of that.
Yeah, probably, because I accidentally used my husband's like mint body wash down below, and I was like, whew, for a while.
Yeah.
Like, I was like,
It's a bit much.
is a
The
bit
mintiness is kind of crazy.
I can't even put like peppermint oil in my bath. Like I get all sorts of.
Ooh, what's that?
It's
What is
not
that?
Golden
This looks like
Holiday.
a
Do you
ring.
get cufflinks with this one? There's so many ads.
Matching cufflinks. Oh yeah, and then you know what else I just bought recently too is I got my first uncut dildo. They make an uncut dildo with realistic foreskin.
Oh my gosh. So does it come back?
Yes, it does. So it's like you have to use a shitload of lube on it because that's the only way that the skin moves, because it has like this foreskin piece like over the dildo. So you put like tons of lube on it and then you can like make the foreskin move. It's amazing. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
That.
I was like, I need to get this. This is research. It's a tax write-off. Like, that counts. I don't care.
Oh, all right, I'll write all that off.
Well, here's a naughty advent calendar. That's fun.
That is so cool.
I'm low-key upset my husband didn't get me that.
I know. What a good idea.
Could you imagine going to bed every night getting to open your advent calendar?
That's so fun.
Yes.
I love that.
Christmas spirit.
Yeah, the other website was called
Sorry.
The other website where the uncut dildo was called is the Horny Stoner, by the way. So in case anyone wants to know, it's called hornystoner.com, and they have, it's all sex toys and like weed smoking paraphernalia. So just in case you guys ever want that.
So basically, it's a twofer, as I like to call it. It's
exactly. But this is cool. It's a 50 Shades advent.
And I love how it has here, we're going to have some fun with this, he whispers. Like from the book, that's so cute.
Ooh, cute. You know, I was always very satisfied with my 50 Shades collection toys. I had a couple from there, like one of their like little bullets and whatnot. They had some good stuff.
But this is cute. You get a tie.
The tie is so cute.
That's fun. I hate that the ads are on here. It's making it go slow.
Oh my goodness.
Candy cane, vibrator. Okay.
Sometimes that's all you need. It's just something at the bottom, you know? Something.
All good stuff. The one with 3, I don't know what that's. Oh wait, now I do. Now I get it. I was like looking at like, what is this? Okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I get it too. That looks fun.
Oh, I guess that's it for that one. And then, okay, I couldn't figure this one out. All I saw was Christmas sex crackers.
Sex crackers.
Yes. What's a sex cracker?
What is a sex cracker?
Well, Miss Crackers from Kefir Games.
So I think it's just little surprises in there. But why are they calling them crackers? Because I think of
like crack out of something, like you like crack it open and they come out. I don't know.
I think that's all it is you crack it open. But when I
could you imagine if it was a real cracker, the how fast it would like fall apart, and then it like you ever like put a cracker in your mouth and like all
like all the crumbs come out.
All I can think about is blowing crumbs everywhere.
Oh my goodness. I don't, yeah, I mean, how many different kinds of crackers could there be to like have a Christmas crackers? I don't know.
Yeah, so I think it's just this stuff here. But when I saw it, I'm like, I thought it was going to be like crackers that you eat out. Like, I think crackers.
Wouldn't it be fun though to have like
Ritz?
To have some table crackers shaped as like little dicks or something and like take
yes, that would be so fun.
I brought my own, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, up when I was like, Christmas sex crackers for him, for her. Is like one going to be saltine, Ritz, nacho cheese,
Cheez-Its. Let's not forget the Cheez-Its.
Yeah. The biscuits. That'd hurt.
Yeah, it looks like there's like what is that, a cock ring?
One of those little dice or something that tells you to do things.
I'm kind of wondering if that's just like a little purse pocket or a pocket
Yeah. Well, I think, you just pop these or crack them.
Hey, my kids love those surprise things where you get them and they're like, maybe they're making them for adults now, because I'm not gonna lie, that would be kind of fun to have in my stocking and not know what's inside. And
it is fun. Mysteries are so fun. That's like also why it's cool when you I think it was adamandeve.com that does that too, where they give you like a mystery gift when you order something. It's like, what am I gonna get? I love it.
Yeah. I like the advent calendar because I have an idea of what I'm getting. I know it's gonna be something good. I just don't know what day it's coming out on.
Yeah.
I'm sending links to my husband for next year because we don't do advent calendars unless they're gifted to us, or I'll gift my girls some. So I don't feel like I can go buy it myself, but I'm going to send to my husband and be like, hey, do you love me? Do you remember how I kind of liked that puzzle?
Changed my mind.
I think, that's fun for him too.
Exactly.
It is.
Side note, my husband came in from his Christmas party. I got seek me, push me, pull, door, sword, doorless, and wrapped him.
Oh yeah, so you didn't get that one. Okay, so it's called Wicked Things, Lori. So you have to get that one.
See, I already bought mine.
She'll definitely be seeing some of those next year.
Lori's so funny. She just randomly bought a giant stack of books. I was like, oh, Lori, you're just so great.
Wait, Katie, would you say your husband came in with all his toys?
I was just gonna say, side note about my husband, because I was talking about the advent calendar. He came in from his Christmas party, which was down in Boca, and we weren't invited. I wasn't invited. I was like, that is the rudest thing. He did come home and say he brought me this.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what was happening at the Christmas party, but I was like, okay. But he handed it to me while we were talking. I was like,
okay, I'll take it.
You know what's up. Okay.
He gambled or something. He was playing poker and he won. He won a big hand.
Yeah. But the fan is on in there. I hear he turned on a fan in there. I guarantee you I do not see him the rest of the day. I think he went to bed on the couch.
He's just I'm done.
Oh, look, it's my bonus. Wait, I already sent you a bonus, so thank you.
Yeah.
My bonus.
Oh my goodness.
I'm trying to buy for 2 kids, especially for a teen.
Oh, yeah. So Nyla, we can see, so everybody gets to see you in, when was it? April?
Yeah, so April, ApollyCon. We got ApollyCon, Wild and Windy in Chicago. Connecticut, I'm doing something here in New England, and then Indies Invade Philly in the fall. That's going to be so fun. Doing a whole Philly thing because I'm just a fan of Philly, and I can't wait to be there.
Oh, I've never been. I want to go so bad.
Philly is so cool. I cannot wait.
No, it's readers, Katie, and go see Nyla.
You know what we'll do? Yes. We'll do what we do to Sarah. We'll just pull up a table next to Nyla.
Mm-hmm. Might as well. Might as well do it. It'll be fun.
Nyla, you go to the bathroom. We'll sign your books. It's fine. You're Nyla.
I can be the real Nyla.
Do, okay?
Spoiler alert. Nyla's actually too cool, and this is us. We're really hard.
That's what we did at Shameless when we went as readers. We sat down at that table and we were like, we're here.
It's we're here.
Nobody cares. What a waste.
Yeah.
So your last release was Trouble.
Yep. So Trouble just came out. That one. So all my books are in Kindle Unlimited. So if anyone wants to read them, except for the banned one, which, you got to get that on my website. And it's banned. So we'll say the word banned a few more times so that is banned, which is very exciting. Yeah. But yeah, so that was
one of mine banned.
It's fine, right? Just start saying banned, it's not banned, but say it in huge words. So
I'm gonna say, I would never lie, but I would say this could be banned.
It could potentially be banned. But yeah, and I don't know what I'm working on next, as we discussed, but I will be doing it in my own very special, secretive, exciting way. And I think that's a good way. I'm excited about it. I'm very excited about 2023, the burnout year ending, and 2024, the new start coming in. It's gonna be fun.
This just shows everyone needs to be stalking Nyla so you don't miss it.
Yeah. Stock it up. As Gail showed so lovingly, my link tree is pretty cool. There's like lots of stuff in there.
I love this link. I'm gonna go to that link tree so many times just to look at it and read it. Just it's like
there's lots of stuff in there, that link tree. Yeah, the places where I like always announce stuff first is always my Instagram and my Facebook like reader group. So like I'm always in there. I don't do the TikTok thing. Like I have somebody who manages it for me. I haven't been on TikTok in like a year. That's another reason why I feel like my sanity is a little bit better now. But yeah, so Instagram, Facebook group, and yeah, I'm very excited about it. And listen, maybe I'll be coming to Texas and maybe we'll get to hang out next year, because now I'm sad that we're not going to get to hang out next year.
No,
maybe I'll come to Texas.
And Texas will be perfect. I mean, like it's all just in that one spot, and you just get to you get to walk around in like slippers the whole time. You know, it's just so chill and fun.
Yeah.
Like
I know
everybody's
I think
so
I might
easy
do it.
and fun. So if you need us, we will split our tables. We'll do whatever we got to do to get you there.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Well, Donna's been asking me to do this event for like literally, I don't even know, at least the last 2 times. And it always is at a time when it's like not going to work or something. I think actually in 2024, I was originally supposed to have something in like September, which is usually like when it is, I think, right? It's usually somewhere
August
or August, September, something like that.
Yeah.
But I was like,
because I couldn't go. I was already at another signing. And so, yeah.
And so then it was like the thing that was supposed to be in September next year, like canceled. So I was like, oh, like I could have like this nice break, which would be nice. Then I'm like, or I could go to Texas and hang out with you guys.
It would still be like a break.
It would be. It would be like a break. That's kind of, other than flying, because I don't like to fly.
Yeah, me either.
Other than flying, it was like the best weekend. Like it was so chill. So you definitely have to come. We'll all hang out. We'll take the weekend off together. It'll be fun. It'll be like a girls' weekend.
Reunion.
Yeah, like a reunion. That's exactly right.
Shameless reunion. Yay.
It'll be Gail, me, Sarah, Lori, and you.
What about Rachel? Rachel's not coming? It's a shame. I'll have to stalk her somewhere else. I'll have to find her.
They're both, Ashton and Rachel are both scaling back, which they should. You know, I think we're all scaling back. It's just that we're all kind of missing each other.
Yeah.
Not totally. Like I get to see Rachel and Ashton next year while I'm not seeing Sarah. And then I get to see Sarah and Gail while I'm not seeing Ashton and Rachel. Like, so we're gonna figure that out. But
yeah, we really need to pick one signing that we all agree. Okay, let's all make this one happen.
I know.
We tried. We hijacked.
I
can't say that online. I can't say that.
To figure out something.
It'll be we made mistakes. Okay.
Mistakes were made.
But they were happy mistakes.
So much for being on Cougar Talk.
Thank you guys for having me. This was so much fun.
Yes, and thank you, Katie, for always.
Yes, I'm so glad. Not that I don't miss Ashton. It's like hi to Ashton wherever she is, and sad I missed you. But yeah, thank you. I'm so glad I got to hang out with Katie too. That's so fun.
Me too. I know. I said, she goes, "Hey, Ashton said she needed some help tonight," and I was like, "Who's the guest?" She said, "Nyla." I said, "Yes." Because I love seeing you.
Yay.
You're just so cool. I love you.
I love you guys. I love you guys. This is so great. Oh, I'm not even drinking.
Hanging out, babe.
All right, ladies. Well, I will see y'all later. Everybody, thank you for tuning in.
Love you too, Lori.
Yeah, love you, Lori. I'll see you guys soon.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye.